Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is install ConDoc. So the first step with installing ConDoc is to download it and then unpack it. So let's do that first. On ConDocTools.com, we have this new Pro Resources area. I can go to my Profile tab. If I'm logged in, it'll take me right there, and that's where I can access my downloads and also my current license for ConDoc. So let's hop over there and download the install. So I have ConDoc version 3. This is the whole thing. I'll click on that. And for these guys, when it asks you where you want to save it, again, I would probably just throw this in my temp folder, and you can see here that I've already downloaded. So we're good to go. So just like any other download, it's going to show up in this bottom on the bottom bar of your screen. A lot of browsers are like this, but if you are not seeing your downloads pop up on your screen, you can always navigate to that folder where you chose to save it. In this instance, this zip file is in my temp folder on my desktop. I'll just click on it to open it. Now, this is a zip file, so this is like a compressed file used to save space and make it easier to transfer all of these files at once. So what we need to do is extract it. I'm just going to right click on it and choose Extract All, and I'm going to send this to, we'll just send it to my temp folder, ConDoc version 3. That looks good to me. And we'll say Show Extracted Files when complete. So I'll click on Extract, and what that's going to do is it's going to unpack and unravel this zip file so that I can actually access those files. There's no way to path your drawings and your templates to a zip file. It has to be extracted first. So it's a rather large download because we had a lot of demonstration models in there. So it takes just a moment, and we'll just be patient and let that unzip for us. Okay, so now that has unzipped and unpacked, you can see that we have our ConDoc V3 resources. And in there we have all of these folders. So what I would recommend is taking this entire folder, and I'm going to right click on it and choose Cut. And then I always keep a folder, if you're a fan of my book, where I explain our file management and our resources folder. This is in my Dropbox under Resources, and then I'm just going to right click and choose Paste. So that's going to throw all of these resources into my Dropbox resources folder. That means that these resources are available across the board on all of my machines. I don't have to necessarily do this download and unpack every single time. So we've got our ConDoc tools there. The other thing I want to do while I'm in here on the Pro Resources profile page, I can click on View Licenses. So when I click on View Licenses, this is going to take me to my active current ConDoc license. So it'll be good to just throw that on my clipboard. I'll click on the key and then select this, right click and choose Copy. Okay, so now what we can do is go back into SketchUp, and we're going to install the ConDoc tools. So I'll go over here into SketchUp, and this is SketchUp Pro 2017. Now this is where things have changed. Under Extensions, under Window, we've got our Extension Manager. So you can see that the Extension Manager is where we're installing these plugins. So here you can see we've got ConDoc. I could possibly, looks like I have already installed it. That's okay. I'll just show you how to install an extension. I'll click on Install Extension, go to my Dropbox under Resources, and we've got our ConDoc V3 resources. This ConDoc 3.0.rbz is what you're looking for. I'll choose Open, and then that's going to install right in there. So it's no longer available under Window Preferences or under SketchUp Preferences extensions. That dialog is no more. So this is where you're going to need to install your extensions, is under the Extension Manager. Okay, so we can close that. We've installed our extension. And then let me just take a look under here. We can go to Activate. So I went to Extensions, ConDoc, Activate. And so that's where I've already copied my license key. So I'll hit Control V and then click on Activate. And that's going to reach out online, ping the ConDoc server, make sure that we're good, and that is licensed to me. All right, so that looks good. I can close that window and just maybe give a little test. If I right-click on any toolbar, I can open up my ConDoc tools. And when I click on the plan generator, if it launches and opens for me, I know I'm in good shape. So we're all set there with our ConDoc extension is installed. But now we need our ConDoc template. So you used to go to Window Preferences, and there was a Template tab with a Browse button, but we no longer have a Browse button. So it's, I'm not sure why, but that just is. So what we're going to do is go to File, Open, and go to our Dropbox Resources. Under ConDoc version 3 Resources, we have our drawings, and I'm on Imperial, and we're going to use our ConDoc 3.0 default template. So I'm actually going to open this file. Now, remember, when I open this file, this is now like I'm actually editing that template. So pretty much I want to immediately go to File, Save as Template. So click on that File drop down, choose Save as Template. I'm going to call this one ConDoc underscore version 3 template, like that. And we're going to set as default template. I just tabbed out of that, it gives it a name. So we're going to set as default template, hit Save. And now when I go to File, New, my ConDoc version 3 template is installed. So no problem there, we're good to go. So let's see, what's next? We should probably path our components. So I can always just click on this context arrow, choose Open or Create a Local Collection. I'll go to my Dropbox under Resources, ConDoc version 3, and we've got our components. I'll choose Select Folder, and there's our ConDoc components. But remember, in order to make this show up every time, I need to click on that context arrow again and choose Add to Favorites. All right, so now that way, these components are going to be available every time I open SketchUp. All right, so then the next thing we'll do is maybe I'll just minimize this window and minimize that one, and we could close out of these guys. Let's open up Layout 2017. So we'll fire that up. And what we need to do in Layout is path to our templates and our scrapbooks. Okay, so this we can just disregard. I'm going to go to the Edit dropdown and choose Preferences. I think on Mac that's under Layout Preferences. So here we have our folders and our templates. So I'm going to click on the plus sign to add a template. And we'll go to our Dropbox under Resources. And we're going to go to ConDoc V3 Resources. These are templates, so we're linking our template folder to our title blocks. And I'll say OK. And then next, I'm going to click on the plus sign underneath Scrapbooks. Same deal. I'm going to go to our Dropbox under Resources. Resources up here. Resources, ConDoc V3. And our Scrapbooks, we're going to link those to our drawings. And we need to go to Imperial. So I'm going to choose my units there, and I'll say OK. All right, so I can close that. So what this means is when I click on File New or Control N for New, I have my title blocks, and I have my familiar 24 by 36 architectural title block. Now, also when I go into my Scrapbooks, under Scrapbooks, I can click on this drop down, and you can see we've got like our annotations. We have all of our familiar ConDoc version 3 scrapbooks, as well as our ConDoc drawings like a construction plan. So I think that we're all good. That was kind of a condensed install, but really what's different is installing the extensions goes through the extension manager. That's a new feature in SketchUp Pro 2017. And then also the removal of a browse button on the templates. So we can just open that template file and choose Save as Template. Anyway, enough about that. On the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to take all of your plugins and migrate them all to SketchUp Pro 2017 in one shot. So stick with me and I'll catch you in that next tutorial.